Hey, what's up everybody? I am back with another Magic the Gathering product review, and so this time I picked up two of the guild kits. So I would like to have all of them, of course, but as I typically play white, I went with the two white ones, Boros and Selesnya, and I wanted to pick these up and see if these are a good product to follow up what I did with my, many of you may have seen. I did the review of the deck builders toolkit, and I got a lot of views, so I was really happy to get that out there. I was really happy with the questions, people asking, is this a good place to start? Let's see if these are a good place to start. I feel like I've been very responsive to those people, giving them some ideas on where to go if you're absolutely brand new to Magic. And I'll tell you right now, the first thing I say is download Magic the Gathering Arena and start playing, because you get to play basically for free. There's like a $5 intro pack. I don't know if it's still that way in the second round in the open beta. In the closed beta that I was in, it was like $5 and you got a decent amount of stuff. So that's super fun. Check out my Magic the Gathering Arena videos. I've got more of those coming, but I'm trying to get back to some physical product, and then I'm going to have some more videos. I shot a Lego video, and so I want to, and then I have I'm going to change the name of the channel, and I have some, hopefully some more board game plays coming up, which is what I really want to do too. So if you like gaming, you like Magic the Gathering, I have some gateway games that are really great encapsulated games to play with you and your friends, and and then other games that will be more traditional board games and more Magic the Gathering. I'm excited about upcoming products. I can't afford a box of Ultimate Masters, so I buy some of these. Yeah, I can't get Ultimate Masters. What can I do? So I'm going to crack these open. Let's kind of review what you get in these, and let's see if these products are worth it. I think they you can go online and find out everything you get for these. So it's $20 for a deck. Now, if you're buying a Planeswalker deck, I believe those were $14.99 before, and then, sorry, that's probably loud. The newer ones drop down to $11.99, and you get some packs in there. I don't believe there are any packs in here, but what you get here is some of the little goodies. Now, this, they might be trying to copy a little bit of what was happening with like the Pokemon gift boxes, and then Wizards is doing like get the gift box 2018s right now in big box stores where you can go and get stuff, and that's they do that to kind of copy the Pokemon, and you know this year they're putting in some stuff where there's a set of rares you can only get in that, which is kind of crazy. So this is pretty cool. This is it's a decently thick cardstock here. Gives you the deck, everything that's in here, I'm guessing. So this is pretty cool. I like this Boros Legion banner. I like the graphic design of it. It's not something I would post, but yeah, this is pretty cool. Yeah, I'll probably keep this with it, maybe. And then a Boros sticker, so you get kind of a, oh, I thought this was a cutaway, but it's not. So this actually stays like this little standee. It's cool. The art on here is great. I love that art. And then these have come in handy. I've had a lot in the past. I've had a lot of theme decks. So if you buy theme decks, hold on to this stuff, because it really helps you put it back together again if you want to, pass it along. Or I handed a bunch of stuff off to my nephew, and then going even farther back, I had a lot of pre-con decks that I wanted to put them back together, and I actually sold a big lot of them, and I regret selling all those now. I only got a couple $100, and I had theme decks going all the way back to the start of theme decks. But I hadn't been playing with them for years, so. Alright, so a little fold together. Let's see if I can. This is again some pretty thick cardstock, but this isn't like an Ultra Pro an Ultra Pro thing. This looks wide enough like it would fit sleeved cards, which, yeah, it's definitely big enough to fit some sleeved cards, which is actually really cool because, yeah, there's room there for the sleeves, I believe. That's really cool because, you know, you get a lot, even these cheaper deck boxes, normally you wouldn't be able to sleeve your cards and put anything in them. So that's actually really smart on their part. Now what I do with these is I'll typically save this kind of thing and I'll put it in my collection box. So my 5,000 count box, maybe one of my 800 count boxes, and this might be filler, or I might put extra sleeves in this, or I might put land in it. I like holding on to this kind of item, not necessarily for carrying around actual cards that or decks I'm playing with, but as filler. So I always find these very, very handy. Just real quick, I do like this sticker. I'm very picky about my stickers, but I would put that on my water bottle. Okay, let's keep digging into this. So I get the official Boros spin down dice, which I believe I got one of these when I got my my Guilds of Ravnica kit, which I'm gonna grab to show you guys. So I got this, and I believe this had, yeah, so this had the same dice in it. So 2 ways to get your Boros dice. They may have printed a lot of these and just, you know, knew they were going to make these kits. And then an enamel pen. Oh, okay. Well, it's a actual snapback pen. You know, the kind of the pen movement, the enamel pen craze, usually it's got the spike and then the little card. I actually like the spike a little bit better than this. So this is still really heavy. It feels good in my hand. It's nice and heavy. I like it. I think this will hold up. This is actually feels a little flimsy. It feels a little flimsy. I'm a little disappointed by that. But I'm not going around wearing pins much anymore. But you know, this also makes it harder to put in a cork board or display it. So I got Aurelia, the War Leader, foil. That comes foil. Now, one of the main reasons I wanted to get this was this is not standard legal. So if you buy these, if you're just getting into this game, I think that these are fun to buy. Some of these cards are really good cards. You don't get enough copies of them. Like I would like to have 4 Legionnaire Loyalists, but he's a rare. They're not going to give you 4 of those. But you know, that card is really cool. It's played in only a couple modern decks. I do want to make a modern Goblin deck. I think that'd be fun. They're reprinting Cavern of Souls in the new Ultimate Masters, and I would like to get a playset of that too. That would be pretty cool. So if you're gonna get these decks to play with your friends as a starting point, remember these are not standard legal, but they are kind of cool. You can get them and play them against each other. And then there are some staples here to build out some of your collection. She's a legendary creature. She can be used as your commander. And, you know, I might build a deck around her. I think Boros isn't... Maybe Boros is getting stronger as commander. I don't know. But there is definitely some warpage to this card. Some major warping issues here on her. I don't know though. You guys can see that. I mean, that warping is really bad. And it's not even warping like the traditional bowing warping. Look at the way see, this card is almost perfectly straight. Look at this, it shoots out this way. And it's not even perfect like down the whole card. It's like this side peels that way. That is, yeah, that's a huge bummer. So yeah, I mean, a lot of the YouTubers are complaining about the card quality, and it is showing right now. It's definitely showing. So I'm just going to do a quick flip through here. So the Legionnaire Loyalist, Swift Blade Vindicator. So right here, if these cards have a symbol here, it looks like they are. So The set this one originally was in, it didn't have a Boros symbol on it. So you see the Boros symbol there. So what I'm guessing is the ones that are outside of standard, they're going to stamp with the Boros symbol. The ones that are from standard, they're keeping the actual set icon on. Now, a couple things happened because of this. Okay, there's a couple here. So there's a lot of rares. I'm gonna go and count up the rares because, you know, in a lot of these products, a lot of times they're only gonna give you a couple rares. Now, what's going on here is you got 1, 2, and then I think there was 3. 3 from Guilds of Ravnica. Now, those 3 rares now, they probably weren't going to be worth a lot, but whenever they put them prepackaged, non-randomized in a set, they're going to have, you know, they're really going to tank in value. So it's going to be hard for these cards to spike, knowing that they were already in a. So I don't know how much of these they're printing. This is the big mystery. Is if they're not printing a lot of these, I think they're going to be worth a decent chunk down the road. But if they print them to oblivion like they print most things, now it's not going to hold any value. And whatever rares that they do decide to put in these, it's just going to tank them. So this is foil, and it's probably the only mythic. So that's cool. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 rares. So that's something. So some of these are recognized from the original Guilds of Ravnica, like him. I think I might have him normal. So and the Reckoner, there's some of these in here that are. So this is that War Boss, and that's Swiftblade Vindicator. So, and it might help bring down the prices some of these cards that are played in Modern. So then I got Goblin and Soldier tokens. This is a really cool looking deck. So I'm going to keep this deck together. I have 2 of them, so I can play them against each other. So the Garrison Land, and then some Guild Gates, an uncommon, the Sunhome Fortress. Okay, so this is one of the major things to note about these, and these have unique lands for them. So the lands are stamped with the guild icon, and they have so much extra detail here at the bottom. I love lands. I really love special lands. I usually play with my unglued set. I like full art lands, and I like old John Avons, and I am trying to collect a full set of every foil basic land that they have. And I have a pretty decent collection all the way back to 7th edition. So I love land a lot. And so these I've been really excited about. These are super cool. So it looks like there's only one piece of art for each color. But I actually would like to have 20 of each of these land for every color. For every guild combination too. Because remember, this is going to be the Boros one. The planes that I get out of this one are going to be Selesnya stamped. So we'll be able to compare those. And then I don't know if this is a sideboard or just extra stuff. Lightning Helix, Boros Charm, the Signets. So the land. Actually, this was one of the tipping points for me buying this. Was the land as well. So this is an exciting little thing here. I do like this. I don't even want to put these in here right now. They weren't packaged very well, so I'm gonna need to get a box real quick. Fortunately, I have some boxes handy. A couple of these sitting around. So I'm gonna get these cards at least into something sturdier for now. So I can figure out what I'm going to do with them. So I can probably just put all of this in here. And this isn't going to stay. And I don't want to bend that. Okay, and I'm going to keep the sticker out. So that's just one thing I can do with that for now. And then I think I have another one of these empty. No. But I can make room. So we'll go into the Selesnya one real quick. And I'm looking for the consistency between the two, quality wise, and just to take a look at the items. And I'm not going to do any kind of like deck comparison right now. You can look online and see every card that comes in this. So right now we're just opening this up and seeing kind of like what extras you get. So this is pretty cool. This Elven very much reminds me of Lord of the Rings. I like it that it evokes that. Might as well be Legolas on a non-corrupted warg. I don't know if the wargs come from wolves like orcs come from elves. I don't know that much about Tolkien, so I've read the book. I've read The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, but it's been a while. So yeah, this is really cool. I wouldn't display this one as much as I'd like to display the other one. I like that symbol. Love the tree. I'm not as big of a Selesnya fan. I would be more of a Boros player probably. Although I like tokens, so if I was to brew up a deck, I would probably brew up a Selesnya tokens deck. Let's see, so this, if you don't get it in right, I am messing up the bottom a little bit. So fold it yourself, which, you know, the fold it yourself definitely can end up causing some issues. Now I do love this little cutaway. You know, you gotta be able to pick the lid up, and I love that they stamped it there. The layout and design of this is really nice. I find this very appealing. So the graphic design overall on this box I think is pretty good. I like the evocative tower back there. And I guess that's more of the tower skewed. The graphic design's a little, but I like that the symbol wraps around. So you look at that, it looks perfect. I don't know. That's pretty cool. I do like. I think I'm not a big fan of extra packaging like this, but I do like these. Now, this has got a similar bend, but the bend, it does go all the way down the card, so it's a uniform bend, not like it dips over one corner. It does dip smoothly over both corners this way. However, there is a triple line runner. I don't know if it'll pick it up on the camera. There are 3 lines going through this card. Right, one right there and another major one right there, and they go all the way across. Oh, he really want to show this to you guys. Can you see that? You could kind of see one right there and one right there, and they go all the way across this way. So this is like a damaged card right out of the box. Yep, you can see those lines. Oh, I hate it. Wow, that's, you know, more of that quality control. It almost lines up with this band. Almost, not exactly. Oh man, that is just annoying. I like this green die. I like the little tree symbol, and then the pen, nice and sturdy like the last one. Same exact backing. It's cool. It's cool. Makes it harder to wear. I feel like if any little pressure, this would just snap right off, as opposed to if it had that welded spike like most pens, and then the, you know, clasp on the back would be way better. So this comes sealed. Again, if you fast forwarded to this part, these are pre-constructed decks with the cards are already picked out. So this symbol looks way cooler than just the symbol itself looks I'm gonna compare that. I would like to see the demure and the other symbols, the way they ended up on the cards, but the tree just looks more fun. I like the Boros symbol, but they have to fit that tiny little fist in there, whereas the tree gets to just be big and sprouty. I like the tree better. The way it looks on the icon on the card just looks way cooler. It's got some volume to it, or heft. Yeah, I like that a lot more. So, Loxodon Hierarch, he's just a beast of a card. So, Loxodons, Worms. Oh, wait, this is another mythic. So in this one, you get 2 mythics? I don't think I had a second mythic in the other one. I bet you I can look at the... Let's see if I can look at the chart here. You know, a lot of times you used to say rarity on things like this. They're stamping stuff with new art for the release. So, Aurelia, the War Leader, the Mountain, and the Plains. These are the only ones with the new, but it does tell you where they originally came from. Gate Crash, Ravnica, City of Guilds. Lots of Gate Crash. So I don't have enough of these cards memorized to know which ones by name, if I was just flipping through the name to see if any of the other ones were mythic. So I'm gonna have to look manually here. Nope. No other mythics. Might be because this is a 6-drop expensive worm. And so maybe it's a card they felt should have. Maybe in its original set it would have fit a rare slot, but they bumped it up to mythic. But it's interesting already that you get 2 mythics with this one. Maybe it's a balance thing. They're balancing decks against each other. Remember that one had 12 rares. Oh, privileged position. This was like a $17 card. I sold this card for like $19 or $20 on eBay not that long ago. And now I got another one back. I spent $20 here. Selling that card paid for this whole thing. It's crazy. Camaraderie. So let's see what we got here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we got 12 here too. But one of them is mythic. That's pretty cool. Now, I like Saproings, I like Tribal, but I hate the art on every Saproling card. I just hate it. I don't like bugs. I want to smash that thing. Centaur token. 1 Centaur token, the rest are Saprolings. So, I'm just going to flip through here real quick. Watch Wolf. Oh, what a great card. 2 mana for a 3/3. I mean, it's 2 different colors, but that's such a good card. The Guild Mages are always great. So I'm just flipping through this so you guys can see it. Now remember, you can look all this up online. There's no secret. There's no randomness. This is what I wanted to see. Look at how beautiful that is. That is just beautiful. I love the detail in this box. I love it. So I think these are super cool. I would definitely like to get, 20 of each land for every color from each of the different guilds, because each one's gonna have unique art, unique icon stamp, and unique art detail down on the bottom too. More of the signets, some charms. Looks like these are just more items that I put in to fill out the deck. Ooh, tell the color. There's a big color difference on the tokens. And you know, that won't matter much. It's not like it's not like, one, you wouldn't play a deck like this sleeveless, and two, you don't shuffle those in, so that's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just take this out and put this in here. So I'm gonna put these all away, and thank you for checking out the 2 decks. I think these are super cool. Again, I like that the quality on these. If you're going in for to have these be nice, the foil mythics, you're gonna be disappointed. These are rough. This one's warped in a way that most foils don't warp. Normally they do warp like this consistently down the middle, where you'll just get this bowing the whole way through. This one has the line damage. This one didn't. It almost sounded like somebody bent this corner back. So there is a universal bend in the middle, but it's even worse, more pronounced going this way. So that's a bummer. But these are pre-constructed decks, so it's not like this was a random rare like box topper that's happening in the ultimate edition right now. So I like all this stuff you get with it. I like the little. Usually, I feel like when stuff like this is thrown in, I don't feel like the accessories usually speak to me very often, but I do. I like the stickers. I like the button, the enamel pins. I like the dice, and I wish these actually fit in something, because it's going to be too big for a binder. This is going to be too big for my card box, so I'll probably just lay it on top of my 5,000 count box. It would be nice to have something that fit in there, but then you lose the size of this art. I mean, look at the rays coming out of from behind her. And this is that's amazing. So yeah, I think these are cool. I definitely would like to get the rest of them. Unfortunately, I can't afford it, but these were 2 cool ones. I'm really gonna be very happy to have in the future. And depending on how many of these they press, I haven't checked today how much they're going for or what kind of stock is out there of these. But if these dry up fast and they don't do a reprint on them, I think there's a lot of value here, and they will at least, I would think, double in price in the near future. So I suggest checking these out if you're a new player. They do have really advanced cards. Some of these cards were staples for the guilds. Some of them are tricky cards, so you'd be diving into the deep end of like reading rules and certain interactions. But you know, I think it's still a great place to start. You just have to be careful of if you're going to go play standard. Only a handful of the cards are even standard legal. So just the stuff with the current icon, which is another good distinction. So you would know, like, if you see these guild icons, you know you can't play with those at your Friday Night Magic. So this is definitely fun, and if you like accessories like dice, the pins, the stickers, you know, just little extra. I view these as sorting materials. You know, these are gonna go into my 5,000 count box. You know, they're gonna slot in there. They're long ways, sideways, up, down, whatever. But I can put junk in there. I like this kind of stuff. So thanks for checking out the video. I think this is a good product. I think it's worth picking these up. So get them if you agree. All right, see ya.